Hey everybody, it's me, ChristosMania2000, and welcome back to more Donkey Kong Country Returns. We're gonna go into Tibetan Totems. This is... it's one of my favorites. It's very difficult to judge favorite levels in this game. It's probably one of my favorites in this world, but all the levels in this game are so good. That's why I still don't really know my opinion on Tropical Freeze, because well, all the levels are, like, good. They're so... not indistinguishable, but they're... I still don't know my opinion on Tropical Freeze. I said this last episode, but... if you guys really want me to do Tropical Freeze, I'll definitely do it, because I do love Tropical Freeze. It's just, I don't know enough about it yet to feel confident in playing it. Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's one complaint I know a lot of people had with this game, and were really happy about the 3DS version, was the entire rolling mechanic, because you have to shake to roll. I kind of like it because it's just very quick. You don't need to move your hands from a roll button to a jump button. They did it as oh great. Okay, this is one of the neatest puzzle pieces in the entire game, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Because, those who don't know, what you have to do is you have to collect every single one of those bananas on those moving totems, which is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh! Okay. Oh my gosh! Oh, those are the moments that make me love this game. Okay, so another secret. This level also has gigantic totem bowls. So, I guess another topic of interest that I haven't really talked about yet. Video Game Awards. I still haven't seen any of them. I don't really. Am I mistaken? But are they already? Did they already have the Game Awards? Was it on like? Did it live stream, or did they? Was it like another paid service similar like the Pikmin videos? Because I'm a little confused by it, because I can't find it anywhere, really. But I saw the winners of them, and I'm a little disappointed by some of the choices. I mean, I was still really surprised Splatoon won Best Multiplayer, because I swear I felt like it was going to be what's the word? Oh god, gosh darn it, what was the game? Rocket League, because a lot of people were really liking Rocket League, and that's kind of my big complaint about the Game Awards, is that they kind of just try to please the most audience, which ends up being just the copy PC gamers. That's probably my biggest complaint with just modern gaming, is just everyone looks down upon other companies now, and theirs is the best. I mean, it's not like I like pretty much all companies in the end. It's just I'm not a personal fan of... I never grew up with like Microsoft and PlayStation, so I never really got with those games. But you kind of get a basic sense. They always go for the games that have the best graphics and most engaging story, without really looking at what probably has the most creativity overall. Because I still argue Splatoon should have been on Game of the Year. Should have been nominated for Game of the Year compared to Mario Maker, just because the idea for Mario Maker was just so simplistic, and they could have done so many things with it, but I felt like they didn't do enough. I still love Mario Maker, don't get me wrong. I still have to do more videos, because I made one level that I'm very proud of still, and I haven't done a video on it yet. And that kind of disappoints me, but... yeah, the entire interface for Mario Maker could be improved. Is this the secret I'm thinking of? No, okay. There's one level, I think it might be the next level after this one, not including like the bonus, the alternate route. The alternate routes kind of get worse as the game goes along. There's really no alternate route in the entire game that's actually worth taking, because they just involve doing just as much, if not more, levels. It's even worse in Tropical Freeze. Sometimes you just have to do an extra level, and I liked this game a little more than Tropical Freeze for one reason like that, is that you don't have to do every single level. Because I think you can choose between level 5 and 4 in World 1 and World 2. So it felt a little more like a creative way to Okay, well, I'm gonna have to roll. But it felt like a more creative way to add in additional levels without having to overcomplicate the entire world. Travel Freeze just added so many more levels that that just weren't necessary, because there's one. Dang it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually die. This may seem strange. Oh, I could have made it. Okay. What it is, you have to collect all the bananas there, and that's why I was trying to be quiet, because I wanted to get all those bananas and I screwed it up. So what I'm gonna have to do is, there's one. If you're wondering why I was bopping all those hippos, it's because there's another puzzle. I think it's actually in level 6. I might be getting my levels wrong again, but one of the levels you have to do that. You have to. I can't think of the word. You have to bop all of them and destroy them all to unlock the extra, or to unlock the N. I think it's the letter N. So I knew it wasn't this level, but kind of been spacing out recently. So yeah, this is the one where you gotta collect all the bananas. It's right next to a checkpoint. I hate these kinds of secrets that are kind of next to checkpoints. I mean, it's an interesting idea, but there we go. So yeah, that's why I died in the end. That was the last puzzle piece anyway. So and this should be the last totem. So what's very interesting is that you can actually survive not getting crunched here if you time it correctly, because there's actually a hole, so make sure they don't smash the bonus barrel. They actually thought through that, but there's actually a platform underneath of the bonus barrel that you can actually fall through. It's a little mean, but if you pay attention, it shouldn't be too hard to avoid. Yeah, so I think this is level... yeah, Longshot Launch. Longshot Launch. I'm gonna put some camera pieces on front of this. Yeah, this level has... I feel like it doesn't play with its unique idea enough. It's got a lot of backtracking. This is a very tedious level for the most part, but it's still a fun level in my opinion. Like this beginning has a lot of just random secrets just pretty much everywhere, and oh, that was so cool. I bopped all 3 of the spiders right after each other. I don't know, these weird, I don't know what you call these totems, the Springy Totems. The Springy Totem tribe. I also think this is one of the only levels that has a Kong letter that's impossible to miss. I may be confusing it with another level, but it's one of the few levels where you cannot miss the Kong letter, which is kind of strange. I don't know why they would do that when it's mixed in with the normal levels. I don't know. I mean, it might just be because they needed an extra space for it, and they didn't want to redesign a level to be able to make a new hidden thing in it. But right there, you just saw I got 2 puzzle pieces in a row, and this is where, well, guess not. It's right here. This level, yeah. With what I can tell, this letter is basically impossible to miss. Do I start I do start at the very beginning. Okay, so we'll just quickly run. And these are the hippo shrooms I was talking about last episode, I think. That gosh darn it. Okay. What the heck? I never knew you could do that before. The more I'm learning, it's like I'm learning more than when I actually played the 3DS version, which is kind of sad, because I mean this is one of my favorite games of all time, and I should know most stuff about it. But whoopsie me. So let's just get that K letter. Boom. I want to see the shortcut again. That's really cool. See, that's why I love this game. Creative ways of like incorporating design like that. I think this is one of the like most refined platformers of all time, but now I'm pushing it a little bit. And I think a lot of people would say Donkey Kong Country 2 was a lot more fun, and here where the word long shot comes. This is one of the few reasons I think you should put on the 3D, just on the 3DS version, because it's so cool. And this part is one of the coolest like canon sections in the game. And there's even a kind of ridiculous shortcut that goes along with it. I don't exactly remember where it is, but I feel like there was some kind of like board game I once had where you had to like, it was kind of like this, and you had to like remove the board without like the shark chomping on your hand. I don't exactly remember what game it was. I remember there was some kind of board game. If any of you guys remember what board game I'm talking about, or even remember the name of the board game, I might just Google it afterwards. But it was like a shark and it had a plank of wood in its mouth, and you had to try to get the plank of wood before it crunched on your fingers. Yeah, board games have become so like weird now because why have board games when you have Mario Party? And there's the second long shot, and this is one of the few checkpoints I can think of that gives it to you right away in the game. And this is the main one I always remember because I feel like I always miss something. Whenever like I can't control me grabbing a flagpole, there's one especially bad one in World 6, like one of the last levels of World 6. There was a really mean checkpoint placement. It's right next to basically an impossible. It's kind of like an auto barrel, so it shoots you straight. But once you see the auto barrel, I'll have to show you guys what I'm talking about as soon as we get to it in World 6. It's near the end of World 6. Okay, it's near the end of World 6 that has this very evil location of a checkpoint, and you basically got to restart the level. Luckily, it's early on in the level, so you don't actually like lose a lot of progress. It's just kind of annoying. And I think this is the section where you can make shortcuts. So right here, if you time it correctly, you can shoot through the first one and hit the second one. I might just show you with like an arrow, but you can shoot through the first one, and they chomp while you're in the middle between the two, and you'll bounce between it and then fall down. And you'll see why falling down is important, because it does this. So you can actually save like 20 seconds in a speed run, but it's so ridiculously tight. Also, this is a creative level design. It's just the auto barrel timing, so you're not actually shooting out of the barrel. It requires a lot of thinking. And I also did that stupidly, so yay! I just want to. The only reason I've been talking about like all those small gameplay tweaks is just because I want to show people why I think this game is so much better than Donkey Kong Country 2. Because while I like Donkey Kong Country 2, it was very poorly designed. I think we can all agree on that. Like some of the secrets and like details that you had to pay attention to survive were so stupid and like unfair. Not to mention like the physics engine. Like this might be just like a personal complaint, but just like the contrast for it being like any Super Nintendo game that looked like 3D, it kind of just threw me off. I hope I'm not the only person who thinks that, because I mean, yeah, the pre-rendered things are really cool, but they always kind of like threw me off. So I want to ask you guys if you have any of like similar feeling with Donkey Kong Country 2, 1, 2, and 3. I still haven't played the rest of the trilogy. I just played 2 because I heard that was one of the best. Okay, good. Didn't miss any. I'm being so much more cautious because ever since World 4 I've been skipping puzzle pieces. But yeah, feels so satisfying to still get those. I think I have enough time for one more level. I'm gonna... Yeah, I definitely have enough time for one more level. Sadly, I'm gonna be skipping the last level of this world. Anyone who, like, knows this game knows why I want to leave this one for last. It's just such an awesome level. And we're gonna be heading to Springy Spores, which is... I think it might be one of the shortest levels in the... I may say it's the shortest level in the entire game. And I don't know why it's so ridiculously short. It's kind of just this very slow, this very short opening, and then this kind of open world, like, tower. It's a very strange designed level, but it's very short, surprisingly, and I don't know why. you have... This is kind of what you're going to be doing. This is basically a trampoline level. Kind of like the see, that's one of the reasons I like Tropical Freeze, because you have things like that jelly level. So, maybe after my next Let's Play, just to say I have a completed thing, I'll do Tropical Freeze. I don't really feel the need, I don't really like the first two games that much, plus I don't think they're good for Let's Plays. That might just be me personally, because I don't know them very well, and it would be a lot of concentration, because even people who love Donkey Kong Country 2 admit that it is insanely unfair sometimes, and insanely difficult with, like, animal antics and all that requires so much concentration, so there wouldn't be much commentary. This one, it's nowhere near as difficult as the other two, so it allows me to more concentrate on commentary. I mean, this might just be me, but when I've noticed, like, other Let's Players, they always talk about, like, how difficult it is to commentate against while doing games. I've never really had that issue. I kind of just talk what's on my mind and talk about the game or whatever other topic I'm thinking of, like this one right now. But, like, other people are just like, it distracts you from the game because you gotta think of funny commentary or whatever. It's just like, I don't think you need funny commentary to keep a game fresh. It's just, you gotta just keep commentary interesting, because otherwise it's just another game. This is the Hippo part. And so this is really mean, because you have to bop them all, but you also have to get the N. So you kind of, I don't remember if they actually respawn. I don't think they do. So there's a checkpoint right after that. So yeah, okay, so they do respawn. But it's weird that they put the N just out of reach here, and you have to bop them all to get a thing anyway, so I thought that it's very strange the way they designed that. Yeah, but like, I don't know, it always just kind of came naturally of just doing commentary, because it's just kind of talking what's on your mind. It's like talking to a friend while you play a game or whatever. It's just simple, fun, and simple. I don't know. I've always just kind of been a person like that who just can speak what's on their mind. And it's strange because, like, I'm not a public speaker. I'm doing public speaking in school right now, and, like, anytime I, like, go up on, like, a stage, because I also do, like, drama performances sometimes and musicals, I always get, like, not cold feet, but, like, this, I don't know if any of you guys have experienced this, but it's like when you go up to do like a presentation of some sort, and then you go up, and even though you're so confident, you know no one's gonna like really laugh, you just get wobbly feet and like shaky hands. Am I the only person who like ever feels that? Because it's happened so commonly to me, especially during like speaking, because you're up next to a podium, and I feel more confident doing it on a podium just for that fact of, if you're behind the podium, no one's gonna really see if you have wobbly feet. But like, it always, well, it may not be like the most noticeable wobble. I never really ask people if like, hey, do my feet wobble when I'm like, when I did my presentation or whatever. I don't know why, but like, since I know it's wobbling, it's just always conscious on my mind while I'm speaking. But once I kind of get into the groove of things, it's just, you kind of just block everything out, even though my legs still wobble. Like, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm saying anymore in a way. Like, what I'm doing right now is, like, I'm not even thinking about what I'm saying anymore. It's just kind of coming straight to my mind and spouting it out, and I even listen to half the things I'm saying. But I haven't just always been a natural speaker. If any of you guys are, like, Let's Players, and you wonder if you guys, like, think commentating is a super difficult task, I want to hear your opinion on it, because it's never something I really had major trouble with. But judging by the time, I think that's going to end it for this episode. So, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Donkey Kong Country Returns. And next episode, we're probably going to finish off World 5. Like I said, World 5 is strangely a large world. Most of the worlds shouldn't be taking us 3 episodes. World 6 I can probably cram into 2, but that'll do it for this episode, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!